What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about why you can't get the girl you really want, but why you can get the other ones, and how to stop that and how to solve that now. Let's get into it right now. Boom. All right, guys. So getting into this video, something I often hear when I used to coach women and coaching men all the time is, I can get the girls that I kind of like and I'm kind of interested in, but I can never get the girls that I really want, or I get them and they end up going away. So what is this? What's behind this? Why are you different with the ones that you really like? And why can you be in your power? You can be carefree with the ones you don't. And how can you actually start to solve that now, right? This is one of the most frustrating things, one of the biggest elevations men need to make when it comes to women. Because the reality of this, why this is happening for you, why this has probably happened to everyone who's listening this, is that you believe you are not worthy. Lightning. You believe you are not worthy. God agrees. And the reason why is that, when you can't get the girl who you really want, you change your behavior, and that's why you can't get the girl you really want. Because the girls you don't care about, if you took that same behavior and applied it to the girl you really liked, you would have her like that. Or maybe you had that in the first month or 2 months of dating her. The core of this, the reason why this is happening, is because somewhere deep inside of you, you do not believe that you are worthy. Somewhere deep inside of you, but you believe she is too good for you, or that if you lost her, you would be devastated. So you cling to it, right? You get attached to the outcome. You get attached to having her, and this attachment is what eventually ends up pushing her away. So how do we cut the attachment? How do we get you back in your power? And how do we get you being like you are with the women who you're maybe slightly interested in, or the women that if they left, you wouldn't be devastated? The core of this, the core of changing this, is understanding that you are worthy. The reason why this usually happens with most men is that you are projecting an ideal self. You believe that you're worthy of this girl in a year, or you believe you're worthy of this girl in 6 months, or 9 months, or in 2 years, but you don't believe you are worthy of her now. In this programming, this belief system of being ready or being worthy in the future is because you are so focused on your goals. Most of us good men are focused on growth, right? Growth-minded men are usually great men, but they're too focused on the future, and they know the gap between where you are today and where you want to be. So you are not your ideal self yet. So one way to start to combat this is understand where you have come from. Change your perception and change your mindset. Look at where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, and look at where you are today. And focus more on that than where you want to be. Our minds, if we're too focused on the goals that we have not reached, we are always in lack. We're always believing we are not worthy of maybe our own affection or the affection of others. And so the way to start to change that is start to remind yourself of where you have come from. The more you remind yourself of the wins you have, the more you step into your confidence and realizing, yes, I am a badass. Yes, I do accomplish the things I say. Yes, I have gone really far. I have made changes. I have done that thing. So that's the first one, is realizing where you were. The second one is what I call your highlight reel. It's one of the things I do with all my clients. Anyone who goes through my program is they have to do this. This is where you actually develop a highlight reel of your life. What are all the badass things you've done? The badass things with sports, with women, with life, with business. It doesn't matter. With video games, what are the epic things you have done? And I want you to make an entire list of these things. And the reason why is because most of our brains, when we're growth-minded men, we are so focused on what we are not good at rather than what we are good at. Or we're so focused on where we have failed rather than where we have succeeded. And in order for us to change our programming and our mindset, which controls our reality, which controls what we believe we deserve with women, we have to start being focused on where we have excelled. where we have had success. And the more we can do that, the more we do feel confident. So that's the second one, is create your highlight reel. The epic things you have done in your life. Don't hold back. Go full ego. Go full cocky. Write it out. Celebrate yourself in this exercise. And what I like to do is look at this any day I'm feeling down, but for the first month to 2 months, look at this every morning. Read this every morning. Reaffirm every morning what you have done and who you are and the epic person that you are today, knowing that tomorrow, next month, next year, you're going to be better. That's the number 2 one. The number 3 one is review your stories. See, when we don't believe we're worthy of a woman, this is oftentimes the case because we have been hurt before. Most men are playing this on repeat, this cycle of all the times they've messed up with women. So they have these stories that are providing evidence for their current reality, believing that they're not worth these high quality women. So what I want you to dive into is I want you to find the stories in your life where you've done epic things with women, where you have excelled with women, where you did get the girl that you really wanted to get, or where you did get whatever it was in your life you really wanted to get. Again, we're changing our mental programming to not be so focused on where we messed up, which our mind is probably doing now because it's an emotional event. And that's what our mind does. It clings to the big emotional event and keeps replaying it to keep us safe, to keep our ego safe, and start being focused on where have you actually crushed it previously? Where have you done well with women? Look at that. Find those stories, repeat those stories, and say those stories, because that will start to change your frequency. Right? This is not just trying to bullshit ourselves. Let me just keep saying this. It's getting our energetic state in a different place, right? If you read a page about how big of a piece of crap you are and how you've failed your whole time in your life, which is probably what you tell yourself in your head most days, or you read a page about all the amazing things you've done, what is your energetic state going to be afterwards? I'm not getting you to change a belief today. I'm getting you to change the frequency, which is your energy. If you can start to do that, you step into more power. If you can start to do this, you start to own and feel more worthy of high quality women, which allows you to get the women you really want, rather than being in this consistent cycle of getting girls who are just below the notch that you really want in your life, and you know it. This is how you change that. This is how you step into your power. This is how you step into true worthiness and not fake confidence, fake alpha, or fake cockiness. This is worthiness, and it starts with you changing your beliefs. Amazing lightning going on outside. That is it, guys, for the video here today. As always, if you guys are not in a community of men who are helping push you and raise you to the next level, start a community, find a community, or join us in the path. Join us in the workshop. Those calls are going every week or every other week, depending on when you're seeing this video, and they are incredible. Helping guys get in their routines and their habits, get in their power. Check it out below, and much love to all of you. Let's go get it. Peace, guys.